Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make this Maxi Bubu dress. It's a Maxi Bubu dress with a V neckline, both for the front and the back. And the back V neckline is deeper than the front, and it comes with a rope to tie at the back. And I used the tassels to design the back rope. If this is a video you're interested in, please keep on watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I use Kampala for this outfit. I use a Kampala fabric for this outfit. You can make use of Ankara fabric if that's what you have, but on today's tutorial I'll be using a Kampala fabric. It really brought out the style of the outfit. So I made use of 5 yards of Kampala fabric, the entire 5 yards. Kampala comes in 5 yards, so I made use of 5 yards because it included gele for the outfit and for my client. So right now what I'm just doing is to, first off, you want to mark the length of your bubu dress. Please ensure you take the length of your client or for yourself. After marking the length, you cut out the excess that you don't need. That will serve as the gele or other parts that you want to cut out. So after cutting and measuring the length, now the next thing is to, you cut it on fold. You see I folded mine first on in two. After folding, I went ahead to mark the length before folding again. If you don't understand what I'm saying, please just watch the video, pause it and watch it again to see what I did at the beginning of this tutorial. So right now, after I'm done folding, I'm just stretching it out. It's a Kampala fabric. You want to go ahead and stretch it out. So after stretching it out, we'll now begin with the drafting of the bubu dress. So right now I'm just showing you how I folded, just to ensure that we are on, we are following the tutorial as it is, ensuring my length of 60 inches for me. So mark whatever length you have. After doing that, the next step is to take your measurement. I'll be marking my shoulder to bust line. It's optional, but I'm just doing it for beginners watching my tutorial. It will serve as a guide. Shoulder to bust line 9 inches, shoulder to waist 16 inches, shoulder to hip 24 inches, shoulder to length 60 inches. So I'll go ahead now and just connect with a straight line, just as shown in the video. So after marking the measurement, the next measurement we want to take is the neck width. I'll be using 4 inches for my neck width. You can do 5 inches because you want, there's no zipper allowance in this bubu dress, and you want it to be able to fit in through your neck. So I marked 4 inches for my neck width, and I'll be marking my shoulder measurement of 16 divided by 2. That will give me 8. It's just as a guide. Then I'll mark what I have left as my sleeve. So my sleeve is 15 inches from my shoulder measurement, so that's okay for me. I'll go down by 1.5 inches for my shoulder slope. You can do 1 inch if you like, but I'll be doing 1.5 inches for my shoulder slope because I want it to sit well on my shoulder. So I'll mark that measurement, my shoulder slope, up to my neck width of 4 inches. Please, if you don't understand what I'm doing, please just watch the video. You have any questions, leave it in the comment section. I'll be sure to reply. So the next step now is to mark my neck depth. For the front, I'll be coming down by 7 inches. For the back, I'll be coming down by 11 inches. You can go beyond 11 inches if you want your back exposed, but I don't want mine to expose, so I'll be making use of 11 inches. I'll go ahead now and just curve out my neckline. Remember, the front and the back, they are both V necklines, so you want to mark your V using this ruler that I'm using. Yes, you want to mark your V. Don't mark it sharp. Don't curve your V sharp. Curve it in such a way that it will still make you, attach your interfacing to your neckline. So right now I'm marking my sleeve length of 11.5 inches because I want it to be a bit open. I don't want it tight. And I'll come inwards with a line, and from there I'll be covering and marking out my other measurements. So the next step now is to mark my waist measurement. My waist is 38 divided by 4, that will give me 9.5. I'll mark that 9.5 and I'll be adding 3 inches of sewing allowance to mine. You can do 5 inches if you want yours very big, but because of my body shape and body size, I won't be marking 5 inches, I'll be marking 3 inches. I'll come to my hip as well and mark my hip measurement. My hip is 44 divided by 4, that will give me 11 inches. I'll mark that and also add 3 inches of sewing allowance to it. Also, I'll be marking whatever measurement I have on my hip, I'll mark it on my hem, and I'll be adding 1 inch as well to that measurement. So right now I'm just connecting the lines just as shown. I'm connecting my hem to my hip, and from my hip to my waist, and from my waist I'll be curving the armhole for the sleeves, to the sleeves rather. So I'll go ahead now and take my curve roller to curve the armhole. Please just watch what I'm doing. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. Because of my body shape and body size, that's why I'm using this method. You can just rule it straight from the armhole part. You can do straight down if that type of drafting works fine for you. But because of my body shape and body size, I'll be going with this pattern drafting. So right now we are done with cutting both the front and the back. We are done with the drafting. I'll proceed now to cutting out my pattern. Please just watch how I cut out my pattern. After cutting out my pattern, I'll separate it before cutting out the back pattern. So right now I've gone ahead to cut out the front neckline. I'll cut the front neckline after trimming all the sleeves and the hem. I'll cut out the front neckline first, then remove, separate it from the pattern, then proceed to cutting out the back pattern. Remember, the V neckline at the back is deeper than the V neckline for the front. So right now I'm just marking where my slit will be. This is optional, but I'll be marking slits for my own of 15 inches for my hem, and I'm just going ahead to notch my waistline and my hip line. And also I'll be inputting pockets in this outfit, so I mark 2.5 inches for my pocket from my waistline, and I'll be using that to attach my pockets. I'll be attaching my pockets in that mark. So right now I've gone ahead to separate the front from the back, and I'll just proceed to cutting out the back neckline just as shown. Right now, after that, the next step is to cut out my pocket. I've gone ahead to do that. So the length of my pocket is 11 inches and the width is 9 inches. You can do, bigger than that if you want your pocket deeper and bigger. Whatever you do works fine. So this is my own measurement for my pocket, 9 inches in width and 11 inches in length. So I've gone ahead to do that. The next step now is to cut out interfacing for both the front and the back neckline. So I'll proceed to doing that now. I'll just place my pattern on another fabric, and I'll cut out the neck interfacing. So right now for my allowance, I'll be using 4 inches all the way for my neck interfacing. You can do 3 inches, you can do 2 inches, depending on what you want to work with. This is optional. I used 4 inches because I wanted my interfacing a bit wider, so I used 4 inches for mine. I'll just proceed to cutting out the interfacing for both the front and the back. So after this, the next step now is to mark our rope. The rope I'll be using for the back neckline. Now for my rope, I'll be using a length of 24 inches. You can do shorter than that, you can do longer than that, depending on how long you want your strip to be. And I'll be using 2 inches of width for this rope. I'll proceed now to showing you how I'm going to be folding it. That's the extra fabric left I'll be using for my gele for my client. So I'll be using that for the gele for my client. That's the remaining fabric. So I'll proceed now to attaching my interface, and I'll be showing you how I'm going to impute this the back pattern, by the way. So I'll be using I will come down by 2.5 inches, and I'm just showing you how I'm going to be sewing down the rope that I'll be imputing into the interfacing, in between the interfacing and the pattern. So I'll just proceed now to marking 2.5 inches from the shoulder line. I'll come down by 2.5 inches. So I'll mark 2.5 inches on both sides, and I'll impute my rope in between after sewing the rope, and I'll proceed to sewing my necklines together. If you don't understand what I'm doing, please just watch the video. Please give this video a like if you have watched to this point, so that YouTube can push out my content. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. I'll proceed to pinning down my fabric before taking to my sewing machine to sew. That's because the Kampala fabric is actually very slippery. If you're a beginner, you want to pin down the entire neckline before going to your sewing machine to impute it, to sew it. So right now, I've gone ahead to do that. I've pinned it down, and I'll take it to my sewing machine, and I'll just be sewing all the way around. So right now, after sewing and ironing, this is what it came out. This is what came out. It came out really looking nice. I like the fit. I like the way it's looking. So right now, I'll bring the front pattern. I'll go ahead as well and just pin down my interfacing, and I'll go ahead and sew it on the sewing machine. Remember, right sides facing each other. the right side of the interfacing facing the pattern as well. So I've gone ahead to do that off camera. It came out really looking nice. The next step is to join the shoulder seams together. I'll proceed now to joining the shoulder seams together. Here I'm just showing you how I'm going to be joining my shoulder seams together. I'll take it to my sewing machine and I'll do that. After doing that, the next step is for me to hem my sleeves, and after hemming my sleeves, I'll proceed to my pockets and place my pockets where they're supposed to be and take it to my sewing machine and attach my pockets to the outfit. After doing that, I'll sew the side seams together and I'll be stopping where my slit opening would be. I'll take it to the sewing machine and stop where my slits will be. So after doing that, I'll proceed to hemming the down part of my outfit and I'll repeat the same step for the other side, and with that we have come to the end of the tutorial. I'll go ahead and give it a good press, and after that the outfit came out really looking nice. My client loved the outfit. For the back, I went ahead to attach some tassels to the back design and it gave it another look and it came out really looking nice. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like this video and please leave a comment if you have any questions regarding the drafting and sewing of this outfit. See you next time. Bye.